Hello everyone, and welcome back to Jikook Moment, the place where we unravel the meaning behind every second of intimacy between Jimin and Jungkook. Over the past week, the ARMY community has been shaken by one seemingly small moment, one that holds a much bigger story. A viral video captured Jimin and Jungkook at the airport, walking side by side, watching out for each other. And amid the crowd, there was one detail that couldn't be ignored: the hat Jungkook wore that read, Tokyo. Was it just a fashion item? Or could it be a silent signal of an old story that never truly ended? Stay right here because we're about to unpack the hidden meaning behind that moment. A tiny clue that might just be the strongest evidence yet that a silent love story is still very much alive, even after all these years. In the past week, one name has been circulating again within the BTS fan community: Jikook. Those who've been following the dynamics between Jimin and Jungkook for a long time know that not all stories need verbal confession. Not all love needs a grand declaration. Sometimes, all it takes is a simple handhold or a hat. Yes, a hat. That moment happened at the airport, when Jimin and Jungkook were seen walking side by side, protecting each other from the crowd and flashing cameras. In the chaos, they held hands. To some, that might be just a casual gesture. But to those who understand their dynamic, it was a small fragment of the grand story they've silently written together. But what made that moment even more stirring was the item Jungkook was wearing: a hat that said, Tokyo, complete with a date and coordinates. To the untrained eye, it may seem like nothing but a trendy accessory. But to those who remember, those who haven't forgotten the history carved by these two, this hat is more than just fashion. That hat is a time portal. To understand just how meaningful it is, we need to go back to 2017. That was when Jungkook uploaded a video to YouTube with a simple title, G.C.F. in Tokyo. But this wasn't just any video. It wasn't a casual vlog or typical content. It was an emotional masterpiece, a personal documentation filled with unspoken messages, filmed, edited, and shared by Jungkook himself. And who was the only member featured in that video? Jimin. The video was a journey of two people, but more than that, it was a story of two souls searching for and finding each other. Every frame was chosen with care. Every transition, background music, lighting, even the way Jungkook filmed Jimin, seemed to express emotions too deep to be spoken. No narration, no voice, just images and melody. And yet, in that silence, we could hear the beat of Jungkook's heart so clearly. To many fans, G.C.F. in Tokyo was Jungkook's most honest confession about how special Jimin was to him. The video wasn't about a trip to Japan, it was an emotional journey that not everyone could understand. And when years later, Jungkook reappears wearing a hat that brings us back to Tokyo, the world seems to pause for a moment. Because he remembers. And more importantly, because he still feels. To casual fans, wearing that Tokyo hat again may seem like coincidence. But to ARMY, especially those who hold every Jikook detail close to heart, it's not something to overlook. It's like reopening a page from a story that was never truly finished. Is Jungkook trying to remind us of something? Or maybe reminding himself? Perhaps that hat is his way of saying, I haven't forgotten. He may not be able to relive that moment, but he can feel it again, through the touch of a hat, through a handhold, through a glance caught by a distant camera. And if we look at the present, we'll realize Jimin has never stopped sending signals, either. For years, Jimin and Jungkook have spoken in a language only they understand. A language that isn't spoken but deeply felt. Whether in the form of soft hugs during practice, piercing yet tender stares on stage, or a quiet smile that appears for no reason when they cross paths. There's no script. There's no act. Only honesty. And in a world where everything can be edited or staged, such honesty is gold. In their interactions, we witness a raw intimacy that can't be faked. They're not just colleagues. They are two souls that complement, understand, and protect each other in the most subtle ways. Over time, their closeness hasn't faded. In fact, it's become more evident. Jimin no longer hides his gaze. Jungkook no longer pretends to be indifferent. They're starting to show it. We're together. We care. We're a team, beyond just being coworkers. Some love is loud. Others are quiet, unseen on the surface but deeply rooted beneath. Jimin and Jungkook's bond is the latter. It doesn't need to be flaunted. It doesn't demand public celebration. It lives in silence, in the small details noticed only by those who truly pay attention. And sometimes that kind of love lasts the longest. That hat is a symbol of silent love. Like a flower blooming without sound. Like a star shining without needing to be the brightest. Like G.C.F. in Tokyo, which touched hearts without narration. That love exists, and its presence cannot be denied. The airport was crowded that day. Hundreds of cameras. Shouting fans. But when Jimin and Jungkook looked at each other, it was as if they were alone. The world blurred. They saw only one another. And in that handhold, there was calm. There was safety. There was a feeling that needed no explanation. We could try to deny it, reject it, or ignore it. But their bodies speak. Their eyes speak. Their hearts speak. And no camera in the world can fake the energy they radiate when they're near each other. Many try to compare their bond with others, within or outside BTS. But the truth is, a relationship like Jikook's cannot be replicated. It's built on a strong foundation, trust, time, shared experiences, and a rare understanding. It's not just about romance. It's about the intimacy born from genuine togetherness. And maybe that's why they've never made any public announcements. Because they don't have to. Because for them, words are secondary. What matters most is the feeling. And that feeling is enough. For them and for us who believe. When Jungkook wore that Tokyo hat again, it was as if he reopened a chapter from an unfinished story. As if he was telling the world, without words, we're not over. And Jimin? He's always been there. With his smile. With the hug Jungkook waits for. With the way he touches Jungkook's arm like it's home. With all the gentle gestures that make Jungkook feel whole. Their story will never end. Because it wasn't written with ordinary ink. It was written with tears, laughter, memories, and a love that's quiet yet eternal. And as long as they keep walking together, on stage, at the airport, behind the camera, their story will continue to live, even through a single hat. The world may see them as two idols simply working together. But to those who truly pay attention, Jimin and Jungkook have always been dancing in a language only they understand. And that day at the airport, through one handhold, one glance, and one hat from the past, they reminded us once again. We're still here. And our story isn't over. Thank you for watching Jikook Moment today. If you felt the same spark from that moment, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the next beautiful story. Tell us in the comments, what does the Tokyo hat mean to you? And do you believe that unspoken love is the strongest kind of love? See you in the next episode. Because as long as they keep walking together, we'll keep following. Silently, with hope, and with a love that never fades.